So I have a really good comment on my video here. It says, so say you had to bring your two balls to court. You meant your bye balls, right? Couldn't have said it better myself. Brilliant. So you look at the word holy, and in Italian it is Santa, right? So Santa. And in the occult, we know that Saturn, Santa, and Satan are the same being. Same with Thor. You have Thor's hammer. Now, let's look at Saturn here. Now, how could we come to the conclusion that Saturn is Thor's hammer, right? Okay, so right here, that's the Death Star right there. It looks exactly like the Death Star in Saturn. So that is the hammer. And then the Sith would be the rings. The sickle. See, represented there, the sickle, that's actually Saturn's rings that's talking about. So when Saturn castrated Uranus, he used the rings to do it. That's why Uranus doesn't have many rings anymore. Saturn castrated them. And Saturnia. So Saturnia is represented as Christmas. Saturnia, it represents Saturn, obviously, in Italy, and that's where you get the word Santa. So in mythology, if we look, the equivalent to Saturn is Kronos, the equivalent to Jupiter is Zeus. That's where you get the word Jesus from. So Zeus cut Kronos' stomach open. After freeing the siblings, Zeus released his siblings. And if we look at the documentary Alien Sky, Kronos, or Saturn, after receiving a prophecy, he realized that he was going to be taken down by Jupiter, or Zeus. So he decided to cannibalize every child that he has. And the word cannibalize isn't really the proper word. The planets sit in Saturn's belly. So that's exactly what, here we got Mars, we got Venus, and then there's Saturn. And now there could have been more planets that were placed in Saturn's belly. This was during the Golden Age, when Saturn was at the North Pole. Santa, Saturn, North Pole, making sense? Hope so. So, you also have the Santa, the Saturn clause, right? Well, that's a contract. The Torah is a contract. The Torah is law. But through Jupiter, through Zeus, it is no longer law. He broke the code because he was nailed to an unfolded cube, as at the black cube of Saturn. He was nailed to it. And since he was sinless, and he was murdered for it, that broke the hex. Hexagram, Saturn. Making sense? Hope so. So, I'm not saying that that the Bible is evil. What I'm saying is it's a path to righteousness, but it's not law anymore. We're no longer hexed. Jupiter has freed us from that. And if you read the New Testament, you can find out how to get saved. But with that said, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't turn to the Old Testament, Saturn's laws, because they are, like I said, the path to righteousness. You will be blessed. Nothing in there is going to going to put you in a destructive path, basically. Now, Rome might judge you, but surely God won't judge you. So, have a good one.